Hey everybody, today I am reviewing the Xnito bike helmet. This is a bike helmet that has people that ride e-bikes in mind. So this bike helmet is rated for up to 28 miles an hour for crash testing. Most bicycle helmets are only rated at 15 miles per hour. And to be honest, this is something that I've thought about for a very long time. Even when I first purchased the bike and I started to ride around on it, especially when you first buy an e-bike, the first thing you want to do is kind of see how fast they can go. And I remember thinking, wow, I'm moving really fast. I'm doing over 20 miles an hour. I'm not wearing any elbow pads. I'm not wearing any knee pads. I do have a bicycle helmet on, but if I were to fall, you know, what type of damage am I going to take? Especially at my age, I don't spring back all that easy. So I was kind of thrilled that this company Xnito reached out to me and said, hey, we developed a bicycle helmet designed for people on e-bikes. Would you be willing to do a review on one? And they said, this is the part that I like the most. They said, be as honest as you want to be, which is great because, you know, a lot of times you get somebody that contacts you and says, hey, you know, we want you to do a review on something, but we want to approve it. This company was like, make your video, say whatever you want to say about it. But we would appreciate your feedback on it as well. You know, just don't do the video, but, you know, if you could write back to us and let us know what you think it needs improving on. So first, let me just say, I really do like the helmet a lot. I have some nitpicking items that I think it could be a little better on or just a little different. But overall, spoiler alert, I love the helmet. The helmet's been great. I've been wearing it for about 4 weeks now, and I've been really testing it out and getting a feel for it. So first, let's start with comfort. I really like just how light and comfortable this helmet is. It's under a pound. It's like 0.83 of a pound, so very, very light. It does have little vents in here for air, and it has very soft cushion and padding in here that are removable and washable. Now, for some of you, maybe bike helmet comfort isn't something that you think about too much, but this also has an adjustable back head support that not only just twists and tightens up, but you can also raise and lower this so that you can like kind of put it on the back of your skull here in a very comfortable position. It has multiple positions for it, which I think is great. And I was saying that you might not everybody might think about bike helmet and comfort, but I do, especially somebody like me who has no hair. So I'm really relying on the padding of this helmet to be comfortable for me. I have no hair for cushion. And as you can tell, or maybe you didn't tell, just how quick and easy this magnetic latch is. I've never used a bike helmet that has the magnetic latch before. I've seen them, but I've never used one before. And man, is this thing, I mean, you can take it off with one hand, you can put it on with one hand. I usually fumble. So this was my bike helmet before, and it's got the little clip system. And you would think this would be easy, but when the bike helmet is on, for whatever reason, I just can never get this thing to line up. But with the magnet, it just kind of gets you where you need to be, and it automatically latches. And it's on, and it's really comfortable. Very comfortable helmet, very light. The wind easily moves through these vents and keeps me cool. There's also, for your chin, there's like this little cushion, believe it or not. This kind of makes a difference too for me. I find this helmet to be very comfortable in every way you want a bicycle helmet to be. Going back to the protection, you know, this is rated for 28 miles per hour. It also offers a lot of coverage on your head compared to maybe other bicycle helmets. So it comes down a little bit lower in the back. It comes down lower here near your temples. So it just offers a lot of protection. Going on to the styling of the helmet, I actually like this style an awful lot. They call this an old school look, but if you notice, my original bike helmet has a very similar style. Colors for me and the styling for me, I loved it. I loved it when I first saw it. I loved it when I took it out of the box. I thought, hey, this is great. It's got me written all over it, I guess you could say. Now that I'm wearing a helmet, you could probably see a little bit more that there is a light built into here, and it is a rechargeable light. On the website, it says that this light will run for about 10 hours. That's with the backlight on blink mode. I put it on solid mode so that the backlight was solid, and I got about 7 hours out of it. So I didn't test it with the blinking. Maybe with the blinking you get a little bit more out of it, but I got about 7 hours of light out of it. I would say that this headlight and the tail light is really to be seen type of light. I don't look at this as a secondary headlight or a primary headlight for your bike. I still think you need a good headlight on your bike. This is more to be seen than for you to see things. But with that in mind, I have tested this at night, and I can say, you know, turning a corner, and if I look to the corner where I'm going, it does light up that area a little bit, just a little bit. But what I found it to be even more helpful with is when I am on the bike and I'm looking down at my controls, I can see what gear I am, my display for my power, because my stuff isn't digital. It's kind of old school, I guess, a little bit. I thought this was great that I could see exactly what gear I was in. I also thought this would be great as a hands-free tool if I had a problem with my bike chain, or I needed to put air back in my tires, or fix a flat, or anything like that. I could be on the side of the road working on my bike, being able to see, and also while on the side of the road, oncoming traffic, other bikes, anything like that, would be able to see me. I think that these guys are missing an opportunity, because I don't see this written on their website anywhere. I think they're missing an opportunity to kind of, this is almost like a multifunctional tool in a sense. And that will be some of my feedback that I send back to the company. I think they're missing an opportunity to kind of market this in a sense that, hey, this is like a hands-free light. If you were ever in a predicament that you needed a hands-free light system to work on your bike or anything like that, even going in the back of my satchel, I carry like a little satchel in the back of my bike. You know, I'm able to go in there. I'm able to look in there. I can see what I'm looking for. I found that to be very helpful, and I honestly wouldn't want this light any brighter than it is. And the only reason why, if I only rode by myself, then sure, this headlight could be brighter. But because I ride with my wife a lot, I wouldn't want to risk talking with her and I turn my head to say something to her and now I blind her with the light. This light is not blinding in any way. I can ride along next to her, look at her, and not blind her while we're riding. So that might be the reason why this light is the brightness that it is. Maybe that's something that they thought of as well. Now, some of the things that I am not all that crazy about, or think that they could have done things a little different or a little better. And one is the power cord that goes into the back of this light is incredibly short. It is a USB-C, so I'm not really going to knock them on too many points for that, because I have probably 10 of these cords just sitting around the house anyway. So I can just grab one of my longer ones and plug it in. So I do like that it is, you know, just one of those universal cords and you just plug it in. The cord that they gave you, I'm thinking they might as well just kept that for themselves. It's that short. The other thing that I would have liked to seen on this helmet is, I would consider this to be a very premium helmet. And I would fear that somebody also would appreciate this helmet and want to steal it. And there is really no good place on this helmet to kind of lock it up with my bike. I feel like I would have to always take it with me. And I guess that's not the bike, you know, helmet manufacturer. I guess that's not Xnito's problem for me to keep this safe and keep this from being stolen. But I would have liked, like, maybe something somewhere. I don't even know how they would do it. Like a loop area, a hole that I could just, you know, run a small cable through when I'm locking up my bike, and I know that this helmet is secure. Otherwise, I feel like maybe I need to take it with me. And I could always lock it, you know, maybe through the back here, put a loop through here, because then they would obviously break the chain or, locking mechanism that I'm using, or they would have to break this. And if you break this, now you got, I mean, now you just ruined the helmet that you're trying to steal. So there were honestly the only two things I could think of where I thought this helmet could use a little improvement. I I really like this helmet. I hope that's coming through on the video. The other thing that this helmet does, so all of this padding is just in with Velcro, and you can wash these, which is nice. But it also came with like a little visor piece that Velcros into here. It's not something I would use. I tried it out just to see, you know, how it went in and placed it and stuff like that, and it works just fine. I'm just not using a visor. I'll also say, let me throw this back on again, because this, going back to comfort real fast. So one of the things I liked about this helmet a lot is that it's easy for me to slip my sunglasses in and out of it. And I know that might be something kind of silly too, but I never walk out of the house without my sunglasses. I never ride my bike without my sunglasses, unless of course it's night. So, you know, the fact that it's easy for me to put my sunglasses on, nothing is hindering me from having my sunglasses on. I thought that was kind of a big deal to me. That might not be a big deal to you. But, man, I think that's everything on this bike helmet. Like I said, I really like it. It's easy to adjust everything. It's easy to get a comfortable position here on the helmet. It feels secure while I'm riding. It's, man, it's just a great helmet. Like I said, I just had those two little, I don't know what nitpicking points, I guess you could call it. But that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, you give it a thumbs down. I'm very curious to hear what you think about this bike helmet. I'll say it cost $150, which is, again, a premium price, but I feel like it's a premium helmet. 28-mile-per-hour crash rating when most helmets are only rated for 15. So I feel like they kind of are going above and beyond to help protect us. It's great for e-bikes. So they kind of have it marketed for e-bikes, one wheels, electric scooters, anything that you're going to be moving a little quickly on. So yeah, that's the whole video right there, my friends. And safe travels, and I will catch you next time.